Right, here we are on the ETS2 again, and we're also on the Wombat Global Combo. This is the latest version of it, and I'm doing a bit of testing, and I have been on this map for a little while, and I'm convinced there's a problem between the Turkey map and the other maps, particularly going to where the hell is that? Romania, Bulgaria, or whatever you call this area. Anyway, there is definitely a problem. And on previous versions, I've had crashes as well, but this is one where there is a problem, and this is a trip that I had done. And the problem I've had twice at least at border controls or approaching the border control, and this is one of them. Just heading to that town there at Dearn, and then once you're over the border, you're in Turkey, and I'm convinced there's a problem somewhere along the line, and it will definitely crash at that part there. I've also had a crash in the southern region as well. Again, it was a border crossing. I can't remember where, but it might be here. I'm just double checking, but anyway, this is partly a test to see if it will crash, and also partly a trip down to Tbilisi. We're doing about a 700-mile trip, and we are on the southern region part of the map. Let's cover all the maps again. We have the Russian open spaces map, which again I've still got a problem with. I thought it was fixed, but I've still got the same problem. When you get to the snowy parts of this map, the snow part of the landscape is missing in a lot of sections, particularly under the trees. I don't know why it does it, but it's still doing it. So we've got the Russian open spaces map. We have the Promazona road connections from the Rus map, which leads across to Russian open spaces. We have the Great Steppe map, or the Kazakhstan map. We have the road to Aral, which is a little add-on map that goes on to the Kazakhstan map. We've got the road connection between the Kazakhstan map down to Turkey, and then we have the most recent addition to this collection, which is the Middle East map, which I haven't been to yet. I'm still waiting on a job that's going to take me down there. I haven't spawned down there to have a look at it, but this is a ProMods add-on. It's an official add-on map that goes along with the ProMods map, and well, that gives us another few thousand miles to drive on. We then go across here. We have the Afro map. We then have the PG Indo map. We've got the Antarctic map, which is still version 0.8, but it's still not been updated for a while. I don't know whether I think it's Penguin, is it? That is the guy that makes this map, but I don't know whether he's done any further work on it. And then we've got this map here, which is a really old map, and this is the Tasmania Australia map, and it is not a great map, it has to be said. It's definitely shown its age, and it needs an awful lot of work done on it if it's going to be improved, and which I don't like really driving on it either. I've driven on it and I'm not that impressed by that one. Our next now, what other maps have we got here? I'm trying to remember just in case I forget. Oh yeah, the Romania extended map is in here. This is the paid version, which costs like €1 or something to download, and this version has the Chernobyl area in it as well. The other map I forgot to mention was the southern region map, but we've also got the Gukovo add-on, which is a little add-on map that goes on to the southern region map. And finally, I think. Oh no, we've got the... let's find it. Now, where the hell are they? We've got the Swedish island map in there. I think that's them. And then finally, we've got the huge EAA Brazil map. Now, it's called the EAA Brazil map, but I think it's going to eventually be the replacement for the South America map that used to be part of the Mario map. And this is a far more substantial map than the Mario map ever was, and it's far better graphically than the Mario map ever was in the South America area. But this is the most recent version of the EAA Brazil map. There was a version that was updated just on the last few days of July, which I have since installed, and I looked around it and I couldn't find out what the difference was. I was looking at the update information, but the major difference is that you used to be able to just drive right along to Santiago in Chile. So you've got Chile, Argentina, there's parts of Bolivia, and this is a major part of it, the Brazil part of the map. But they've since added another route which goes right up the coast on the Pacific coast of South America, all the way up here. And they've also, I was reading, they have added, now it's just in here, now this zoom, as good as it is, it doesn't work that great when you zoom in too close because the map won't stretch any further. But if we look at this area here, this is La Paz, which is the capital of Bolivia. Now, in this area, this is going to be a mountainous area. You can see that there's switchback routes here and all sorts of stuff going on, but this has now become a tourist attraction, and they've finally added it into the South America map. If you look here, we've got La Paz, and if I can get this just to go up there, that little town there is called Coroico, or Carioco, whatever it is, Coroico. And the significance of this is that this is where the original death road is in South America, which is in the country of Bolivia. This is supposedly the EAA version of the death road. Now, I've had a look at it, and the death road now, in reality, is now more just a tourist attraction, or for people like hikers and bikers to go along. There is an alternative route which has since been built, because obviously with it being called the death road, there's been plenty of people been killed on that road, driving off the edge of the road. Now, there's one thing to be said, if I can get this bloody zoom to work. Where is it? Oh, we're all over the place now. There it is. That's it in there. So in there is the actual death road, but the new road is the one that goes that way, which is a much more safer route to drive. Now, having looked at the death road, the only thing I can suggest is if you want to drive it, you're better just driving it in your cab rather than with a trailer. It's not an awful long route, but the problem is that there are obstacles on it to cause problems, and there is also the fact that it's just a single track road. Now, having seen it on TV, in the real version of it, I was under the impression that the road was a little bit wider than what they've done it in this map. So we'll have a look at that at some point, but for today's stream, or stream test as I like to call it, we are going to be running from, is it Slawiansk, I think it's called, which is right in the heart of the southern region map. This is a brilliant little map for anybody who's never driven on it. Particularly the little side roads that take you through the forest and stuff like that. There's a route that I did the other night there, which is through here, through the forest roads, and it is really worth trying to find out You got to hunt for them. But anyway, this route goes down through the heart of the southern region and then connects through to the Turkey map, and this is where I'm hopefully not going to have a problem. And we're heading down to Tbilisi. So it's about 700 miles. We're going to be held up going through this area. This is probably quite slow. And I don't know how much time I've got to do it. It says here, what, 20 hours or so. So let's get the steering wheel set up. In fact, first of all, let's have a look at the truck manager. I've got that ZIL Russian truck, which is a brilliant little truck, but the one I'm driving with today is the Freightliner Argosy truck, which I've got plenty of lights on it, and we are going to be using that one. And I've got it set to automatic because my gear stick is still giving me problems. It's jumping up the gears too high, so we're driving in automatic for that reason. I think, to be honest with you, I think my steering wheel is really showing signs of wear and tear. There's a couple of buttons now that work very occasionally, particularly the one that I use to reset the camera. It either works or it doesn't work, and I'm probably going to have to look at getting a new wheel at some point. Now, I love this Logitech Driving Force GT, and there's not a direct replacement for it as far as I know, because I don't need a separate gear stick. I actually had a Logitech G27 and I hated it because I had to set up the separate gear stick every time I wanted to use it, and the Driving Force GT was all in one, which I preferred. But anyway, we'll see if we can get by with this one, and let's head out. I'm trying to reset the camera there. It worked this time. Right. And I've got no graphic mods installed. I've got the sound fixes mod installed, but I've got no other graphic mods installed. So this should give us a good frame rate, which is a thing I had been struggling with recently, and I found out it was the graphics mod that was doing it. Right, so without further ado, I don't know what we're hauling here, it doesn't matter, it's not important. Let's get going. Oh, let's take the brake off first of all, and then we might get going. Oh, that's the other mod we've got installed. We've got the Grand Tour GPS voice guidance system installed. We've got that doing. Now here I'm trying to reset the camera again and it still won't do it. And I've ran out of buttons where I can map it as well. It'll eventually work.
In 200 meters, turn left. Turn left.
Downside to this again is we're going to be driving in darkness pretty soon. But hopefully we don't crash. That's the thing to be prepared for when we get to the connection between the southern region and the Turkey map. That's where, if there's going to be a problem, that's where it's likely to happen.
Continue straight.
the old wheel is really beginning to show the signs of wear and tear. The pedals and the steering are all fine, but the buttons, just through all the use that it's had, are just beginning to lose their touch. The sensitivity on them's gone, and you've got to keep bashing at the button to try and reset the camera. Let's just try and see if we can reset it again. It worked again. It takes you about 10-15 goes sometimes for it to work. This is Wednesday and it's almost 5 PM. Let's have a look and see when we've got to. We've got until Thursday. Roughly, what's that? Friday, 1:47 AM we've got until. So we're going to have to take a rest stop.
Continue straight.
And we definitely won't have any problems at night because I've got enough lights on this truck to light up the southern region in its entirety, so I have.
Continue straight.
With this map combination from Wombat, the only problems I have had with crashes are in and around Turkey. That's the one thing I've noticed, and it's definitely got a glitch somewhere in it that's causing the crash. And there's probably more than me have had the same problem. But as I say, for a map combination this size, it's a bit annoying,
turn left.
but it's easy to get round anyway if you're in the developer mode. You can just spawn beyond the problem.
Turn left.
Better put the lights on. Now.
At the roundabout, take the second exit. Exit.
I really need to do a bit more driving on that South America map, the EA map, to get a good look round the new roads on it. But it's getting ever bigger, that map. It's absolutely enormous.
At the roundabout, take the first exit. Exit.
Now I'm following him in the outside lane because I believe he's doing that for a reason. That AI truck in front. We'll see where we end up. Yeah, the road does narrow. That's the reason they're hanging out in the outside lane.
In 200 meters, turn left. Turn left. In 200 meters, turn right. Turn right.
This southern region map is probably one of the best
Left. And then turn left.
created maps that you'll see in ETS2.
Turn left.
Just getting the right lane here. It really is. It's a little gem of a map. And it's very difficult to find fault in it. And, you know, like things that are placed in the wrong areas and stuff like that. It's really well done. It's been around for a number of years as well, but it's still a fine example of good map making. I mean, if you compare it to that Australia-Tasmania map, it's absolutely night and day. It's got absolutely no comparison at all in quality. So the sun's sinking behind us. And it's just coming up 6 PM.
Continue straight. Continue straight. Continue straight. Exit right.
And when you look at the scale of the maps as well, when you look at something like that EA Brazil map, it must have more than one guy working on it. It has to. I mean, every time they bring it out, they've changed cities, they've changed routes and junctions, and like the most recent one, they've added another thousands of miles of road in the process. So there's clearly a lot of guys must be working on it. I would find it a bit difficult to believe that there's just one person doing that map. But if you want the download links and stuff for this map and the installation instructions, then you go to Wombat's YouTube channel. You'll find the videos there. Gives you the full guide and all the links to get it downloaded and installed. Oh shit. I wasn't expecting that.
At the roundabout, take the second exit. Exit. At the roundabout, take the second exit. Exit. Continue straight.
just as we're coming to the good part, we're heading into total darkness. But not for long.
In 200 meters, turn right. Turn right.
Now that AI car certainly isn't going at the speed limit. It's, what, 43 miles an hour in this part of the road.
Continue straight.
He just went flying by. saying these things. ETS2, the base map, the roads are far too perfect. I mean, if you look at the southern region map, and on this section here we've got imperfect roads where they've been patched up, where they've been digging things up and laying pipes supposedly, and you've got all this little uneven touch to it. And the original ETS map doesn't have anything like that. The roads are pretty much perfect, which in real life we know they aren't. And these are all the sort of nice little touches that you'll find on the southern region map, which is probably how the original vanilla map should be.
Continue straight.
Now, how long have we got here? 3 hours and something. Or we need a rest.
We wouldn't recommend speeding. Wouldn't expect to hear that from us. Keep right, and then turn right. Turn right. Continue straight.
Quick look at the map. Yep, we are heading out of the southern region. And this is one of 2 routes out of it. We could have went that way, which is we know that's the forest road, or we could go that way. 400 and yeah, that's longer if we go that way, so we'll just keep going the way we're going. And we'll need to look for this resting place fairly soon. Now, where are we? We're just coming down there, so there's one there. We'll probably go past that one, but then the next one is further down there. Well, that's a fuel stop. It is a resting place as well. We'll probably end up going down there. Yeah, that's the one. As you're heading north, that's the one just before the entrance to that forest road. So I know where we are.
Have a pleasant drive. Have you ever heard a navigation system argue with itself? No? Well, that's about to change. No, it isn't. Continue straight.
Of course, it's now after midnight, so the roads are quieting down, which is to our benefit.
Continue straight.
Top up the fuel. Well, we're going to need a resting place very soon.
Keep left, and then turn left. Turn left.
Now, let's have a look here. Quick check of the map. See if this is a resting place. I mean, there's the other one further down the road. No, I don't think it is. Well, there's one there, but there's one down here, which I think is the one we should aim for. And the good thing about this is that when we take this rest, it's going to be well into the morning. It's going to be after, well after 10 AM. Side of the road here. Oh, wait a minute, is that a garage? Yeah, that's no good to us. We don't want to buy that.
Caution, mind your speed.
I know where the resting place is. It's up the top of this hill. It's where you have to climb up to the little side road. Pretty certain it is. Where's the turn off? I think this is it here. Now what the hell have I caught myself on here? Wait a minute. Turned around. Right, that'll do it. So it's going to be almost midday. That's a bit better. Right, we're good to go. See if we can turn these wipers off. Right, that should be us.
Turn left.
Right, so that's what, midday. We've got until Friday 1:27 in the morning, so we've plenty of time. This part of the map just reminds me of the southern uplands of Scotland. It could be a map for that area. The hillside roundabout.
We wouldn't recommend speeding. You didn't expect to hear that from us. Look. Caution, mind your speed.
This is like driving through the Highlands of Scotland. Oops, he says, not paying attention to what he's doing. I mean, it really, it's just like a replica. Now, I think that was one of the forest roads there. Yep, that is the forest road back there, because that's the fuel station. That's the second route that we could have gone, but that was slightly longer. But not as scenic. So you get those two choices of roads into the heart of the southern region. Either that forest road just past the fuel station there, or the road that we've just come, which is the one that goes through the hills. Certainly got a few switchbacks. Got to make sure you get right into the corner, because very easy to cut off another truck coming the other way.
Caution, mind your speed.
Automatic gearbox is just working.
We wouldn't recommend speeding. Expect to hear that from us. We wouldn't recommend speeding. You didn't expect to hear that from
What's the estimated time of arrival? Well, that's saying like 20 minutes to 1, and it's adding up. So we're going to have to get to the more open road fairly soon to keep up to schedule here. The minutes are flying up. We do know that once we're through this section, it should be pretty much open road to the final destination. We might be able to catch up a bit of time that way. Yeah, we're losing minutes looking at the clock down below. We have to be there for 1:47 AM at the latest, and we're at midnight 46 now as the estimated time of arrival. So the closer that gets to midnight 1:40 or whatever it is, the more closer to the deadline we're reaching before we get out of this windy section. Now up to midnight 54. Coming up to 1 AM for the estimated time, so we've not got a lot of minutes to spare. This guy is the one that's holding us up. We need to try and get past him somehow. minutes past 1 now. We're losing time. Right, here's the risk. I'm going to try and overtake him in a bend. This is crazy. Now we can try and catch up some time. Past 1. Even though we're past them, we're still losing time. This is a border checkpoint. Let's see if it crashes. If it does, that'll be the end of the video. Of course, we're losing time here as well. Now we're stuck behind another truck. One 1:13 in the morning, it's saying now. Surely this road's going to be quiet. This could be a head-on collision. Well, we never had a crash.
Caution, mind your speed.
Now it's telling us after 2 AM, so it's now telling us we're going to be late. Still hovering at 2:04, but that's late by a few minutes.
We wouldn't recommend speeding. Didn't expect to hear that from us.
Hopefully we're through the worst of it.
Caution, mind your speed.
Down to 2 hours and 2:01 AM, so we're catching up a little. .57 AM. We're making up time now. To 148, that's pretty much on schedule now. All we need to do is find another windy section and that loses it again. Still 140 miles to go. But the road does open out. We know that it opens out towards the end of the trip. It's 9:15 PM, so we've got 3 hours to make it.
In 200 meters, turn left. Turn left.
.35 AM it's saying now, so we're now back on schedule.
Continue straight.
We want to make sure that we are away from this guy. And we're losing time at the traffic lights, of course, as well.
Continue straight. left.
Straight through the red light. Now, my calculations
200 meters,
say that we're
turn
scheduled
right.
to arrive 15 minutes early.
Turn right.
Just got over 2 hours to go. He just about grinds to a halt on every corner. Well, every tight corner. And we're just going to arrive at nice time as well to avoid having to take any risks of falling asleep. We'll be there in plenty of time. 50 odd miles to go. Tyre line in the road. customers expecting delivery.
We wouldn't recommend speeding. You didn't expect to hear that from us.
Now we're losing time again. 38 miles to go. Miles to go, almost home. And we're going to do it with probably about 50 minutes to spare. And I think we need to get over to the left side.
And then turn left. Turn left. Keep right, and then turn right. Turn right. Keep left, and then turn left. Turn left. Keep left, and then turn left. Turn left. Keep right, and then turn right.
Right, we are here, I think.
Turn right. You have reached your destination. Well done. Although, frankly, I did all the hard work.
Don't tell me I'm stuck in the gate, am I? Yeah, I'm stuck in the bloody gate. Right at the last minute. I'm never going to be able to see this in the dark. No, I've got no chance. This is the thing I'm worst at in this game, is actually trying to reverse and park. But worst of all in darkness, because I can't see the end of the trailer where it's going. That's still miles away. That's still exactly the same as the first attempt. How bad can you get? Crashing into gates, all sorts of stuff going on. We're going to be late at this rate. Unbelievable. How bad can I be at this? It's I am determined to do this. Oh, thank goodness for that. Right, we've got there eventually. Right. Let's have a quick summary of where we were and where we got to. Look at the map, and we managed to get there without the game crashing, which is a surprise as well. So we're now in Tbilisi, and we have come from, where the hell did we come from? It begins with an S, and I've totally forgotten. Yeah, there. I'm pretty certain it was. No, it's not there either. There it is, up there. That's where we came from. Slavyansk, or Slavyansk. That's where we started, and then we drove through the heart of the southern region, through the hills and mountains, and finally down to Tbilisi, and we got there just in time. And so that is our trip on the southern region, southeast. Now the next trip we're going to be looking at doing is something that's going to let us try out this death road at Koryoiko, or whatever it's called, to La Paz. I would love to get a trip that takes us up this coastal route, because this is all new route. Now these are all routes into the Andes mountains down here, up into the snow, and we'll want to be getting a route that will take us somewhere along there at some point, but that's for another day. So until then, until we meet again on Wombat's global map, we will see you again soon.